everyone. I'm Chalen Jackson, Compliance Officer with Senior Marketing Specialists, and I wanted to provide you guys with some updated information on the new compliance guidelines going into effect on 10/1 this year. We've heard a lot of different things, a lot of questions. So there's been some changes and back and forth between the carriers and CMS. So we wanted to provide you with the most up-to-date information that we have as of the time of this recording. So I want to talk in this video about call recording and this new requirement. There was a lot of confusion initially, but the kind of final rule has been that yes, all calls with Medicare beneficiaries will need to be recorded and retained for 10 years. That is going to, I know, pose some challenges for folks, but there are a lot of fantastic solutions out there to help you do that, including Medicare Center, voice over IP systems, cloud-based storage, a lot of great solutions. Call into our office with any questions at any time. But I want to go over a couple real quick kind of FAQs, frequently asked questions that I get. One being, is it really every call with a beneficiary, even service calls, even this, even that? Right now, the way the statute reads and the way guidance from several carriers and CMS has been interpreted, yes, it is all calls with beneficiaries will need to be recorded in their entirety and stored for those 10 years. So that includes if your client calls in and forgot their ID cards. If your drug plan client calls in with a question about their Med Sup, if it is a call with a Medicare beneficiary and you are contracted to offer Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plans, plan on recording those calls and keeping them on file for 10 years. That guidance may change someday, but right now that is the best advice we can provide. Another question I've been getting a lot about is, what about people who do not want to be recorded? Is there an ability for them to opt out of being recorded? And the guidance here is a lot grayer. There seems to be some disagreement, so to speak, between several of the carriers. Some folks saying that it's okay as long as you document that opt-out. Some folks saying that it is not. And since we don't know which carrier we may be selling when we start a conversation with a beneficiary, I really have to advise kind of playing to the strictest set of rules, which right now means if someone says that they do not want to be recorded, we need to take that opportunity to say, okay, we're happy to send you an email, happy to set up an in-person appointment, something along those lines, so we're not working over the phone and making sure we stay on the right side of the rules. We'll give you more on that as developments unfold, but right now, that's the best guidance we've got. The other thing is some questions about call storage. There's been a lot of questions about how to store that compliantly, concerns over HIPAA and protected health information, and those are all valid and well-founded concerns. There are a lot of kind of built-in solutions. Of course, if you're using something like Medicare Center to store those calls, it's going to store them for 10 years securely and compliantly already, as well as if you're looking at an option like Dropbox or Google Workspace. As long as you have the proper paid account with them and have a business associate agreement in place, you're going to be on the right side of HIPAA guidance there as well. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about this new TPMO disclaimer that we all know and love so well. This disclaimer, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to those plans we do offer in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov or 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options. Not a fun disclaimer. I know no one's excited about it, but it does need to be stated in the first minute of all sales calls, just sales calls. So if your client calls in asking for ID cards, you don't need that disclaimer. If they call in saying, hey, can you help me find a rheumatologist after you've already enrolled them, don't need to worry about that disclaimer. But I have gotten some questions about adding it to a pre-recorded message. So if you have a hold tone, this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes, can we add it to that type of message? We've gotten some conflicting guidance. No one seems to have strong feelings on that one way or another. The big concern is, will that disclaimer be part of the final call recording so that you'll have documentation that the client heard it? And is it going to be presented in such a way that they cannot skip over it? So definitely plan on just getting used to it. In many cases, that kind of hold tone pre-recorded message is only going to be for inbound calls anyway, so still going to have to present that on outbound calls as necessary. That's really the kind of hot button issues, the most updated info we have on this call recording guidance. If anything changes, by all means, let us know. In the meantime, check out our website for training on the Medicare Center as a call recording solution, some of our other resources and guides on how to comply with this new guidance, and of course, call us at any time with questions.